Hello.
Hello. Welcome to Date Night with Whit.
Let's do a date.
Date Night with Whit.
Tim. Yeah.
Let's do a date. Oh my God, I didn't brush my teeth and I'm talking really close to you.
I brushed my teeth. So
I feel sort of
hopefully
self-conscious now.
My Sensodyne will, it'll meet in the middle and it'll defeat your stink breath.
Can I just say, if you're watching this on video, I'm not wearing any makeup right now. And this is what like 10 hours of sleep does to your skin. No joke. I remember waking up last summer from going under for my egg retrieval and like my skin looking amazing after I woke up. And I talked to my doctor and I was like, what is it? What does the anesthesiologist give us that makes our skin just like glow after we go down? And she was like, honestly, it's just sleep. And I'm here to say it's real.
Tested. A year
Confirmed.
later, Whitney got another good night's sleep and now she looks great.
The skin is skinning. So welcome.
My skin looks okay.
Your skin looks good too.
If
you
are
guys.
listening, you might want to tune over to YouTube just to see our skin. Do you think my nose is getting bigger?
I do, just because you were the one that told me that, in fact, everyone's nose and ears does continue to grow as they
does.
Our with Whit branding is going really well with your collegiate shirt.
Oh, thanks. New shirt. Got it at my 25-year high school reunion.
It's a random year to go to a reunion, I will say.
25 is,
yeah.
is a not random.
I thought you go at the 10, and then I think you maybe go at the 20, and then after the 20, I feel like
you're done?
Yeah.
Well, okay. You guys can weigh in the comments. Thanks for having me on the podcast.
Thank you for being here, babe.
It's been a minute. I like doing this.
I know you need to come on more often. Everyone's requesting you.
I'm here for you guys. If you need me, you have full access. My number is just call me and we can do our own podcast. Oh, glasses?
Yeah, I just had to put on a little bit of something.
Love
a little
Lou?
Accessory. No, these are actually Miumu.
Miumu. I could tell.
Miumu.
I can tell by it says Miumu on the side.
So how are you, babe? Just
I'm
do a
good.
Quick check-in.
I'm good. A quick check-in. I'm good. Feeling good. Took some of your advice this morning, which was eat a little breakfast.
Yes.
We had a rough week last week because I injured myself walking the dog, and then Whitney had to take over dog walking duties and take care of me and make all the money for the home and take care of Sunny, and that's just too much for one human to do. So last week wasn't so fun, but now I'm feeling better, and I got up this morning and walked the dog, came back.
You did. She jumped on me and I went. Did you hear me say that?
So here's the deal with the dog. We'll do a quick aside, tell you about the dog. So we're crating her as per our instructions from our trainer, who we love. And at night, at like 8:30, she knows like it's almost time to get in the crate. So she'll just like go into her room and lay down. And she's
pass out.
About 70, 80 pounds now. So like I can't lift her. I'll injure myself. I'm apparently injury prone.
Yeah, I can't lift her on my own, and we can't like drag her.
She doesn't give a shit about treats at that point.
No.
So like if she gets to that point, she's basically won. And then we know she gets up around 5 maybe.
Oh, what was this morning? This morning felt early.
Well, she puked. I like having her sleep in our room if she would just leave us until 7. But she was like puking in the morning, but not at like 4. But not a lot came out.
Okay.
I cleaned it up.
Okay.
Got back in bed, and then around 5:36, she was like up, and like what she wants to do when she's up, the number one thing she wants to do is jump on the bed and just like go to town on Whitney's face.
Yeah.
She's just like right here.
As soon as she sees someone's eyes open, it's like
it's good. No, it's not like rah.
No, it's not like
more
mean.
It's more
yeah, it's not mean. It's just like, yes, let me just come smother your face.
It's
with
love. Yeah, it's let me just barf love on your face at 6 a.m, which we don't want. So I woke up and I was like, Penny, do not attack your mother. And then she jumped on the bed, and I had a feeling I could like just push her aside and maybe she would lay down for a little while.
Yeah, it was still kind of dark enough and early enough. I thought you could do that too.
So we got another half hour, and then at 6:30 I got up and I took her for a walk, came back and made breakfast for myself and Sunny and Whitney and ate a little something and felt good. Took Sunny to camp, and now we're here doing some work. And so like it's always good for me to be productive and eat well, to have a good day.
Completely.
Shocker.
I mean, you are in such better spirits. Obviously, last week I felt really bad for you. I think like there were moments that I handled well and like hid emotions. And then there were other moments where I lashed out and I'm maybe not proud of how I handled certain things. But yeah, last week was hard. I wish I could handle stress better. Like I just do. I'm sure everybody feels that way. Like I wish I could just always handle it with grace and like kindness.
Well, it brings up an interesting conversation because it's like I obviously felt some of that.
Yeah.
And was like, part of taking care of me isn't also making me feel bad that you're doing it. And like at times I felt really bad because you were not happy.
Yeah.
But you had legit reasons not to be happy. You weren't sleeping well. You were doing everything. Like it all is valid. It all is valid.
It was just like there was an extra layer of my mom added in there too. And then Father's Day coming up. I don't know, which is silly, but like there was just last week was a lot. I just felt like I had to wear all my hats at the same time. And that is a lot. Like usually I feel like I can switch from hats. Like I can decide, oh, I'm going to take Penny on like her 4 o'clock walk instead of her morning walks because I've specifically told him that I don't really like the morning walk. So like usually I have the luxury of that because I have a wonderful partner. But when he was out, I really felt like I had to be a mom at the same time as like providing for the family, as taking care of a puppy, as being, so I just like, I know you could feel my stress and I feel bad about that, but I didn't know how to hide it. And I felt like I could just be myself with you too, but something I will continue to work on, because we're adults and like, there are going to be times where we do have to like step up and do all these things
Wear
at once.
a bunch of hats.
Yeah.
I got it. Well, anyway, new week,
you are like 75% better, I would say.
Yeah, walking around. I was walking Penny and she pooped kind of up like a hillside, and I was reaching to pick it up because I'm a good citizen, and I took a step backwards and like rolled my left ankle pretty bad, and then like obviously couldn't step on it again, so I couldn't break my fall, and I fell backwards onto my back, and I just thought my ankle was broken. Like I heard and felt something snap and pop, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna be in the street with dog shit everywhere for the rest of my life. Wiggled around my ankle, realized it wasn't broken, got up and like felt fine. And then later in the afternoon, my whole leg, all the muscles just like seized up, like as if the same feeling as when my back goes out. And so we went to the doctor, got an x-ray so I could get an MRI, because if you get an x-ray, the MRI is covered by insurance. A little tidbit for all you adults out there. And the x-ray showed I had a broken hip, a small fracture, potentially old, but a fracture in my hip. And then I'm going to get the MRI results back today, but I'm pretty sure it was an old fracture because there's no bruising, and like my hip really does feel fine now after like a week of icing. So on the mend, maybe dodged a bullet.
I wonder if some of the numbness you said you were feeling yesterday could be connected to your ankle twisting.
I think it could be because my ankle is still tender and it's numb and tingly. So that's probably bad. We'll figure that out.
We need to call the doctor immediately after this to request the MRI results, because we have learned what's on my neck. Is that really on my neck or on the screen? We have learned.
Tune into YouTube to see what's on her neck.
You need to be proactive. Like no one's gonna lead the charge in your healthcare journey.
That is what's on my mind. There's something on my mind.
I was gonna get to that next. Great segue.
Something on my mind.
Something on my mind. Let me put you on to my newest summertime fave, Ultima Replenisher tea freshers. If you're like me and constantly on the hunt for something refreshing to sip that actually makes you feel good, this is it. Ultima Replenisher is a daily electrolyte drink mix with 6 key electrolytes and absolutely none of the junk. 0 sugar, 0 calories, 0 carbs, just plant-based flavors and colors sweetened with organic stevia and totally gluten-free, non-GMO, vegan, and keto-friendly. Ultima is truly healthy, everyday hydration. Ultima Replenisher's tea freshers just dropped in time for the hot weather. It's so hot here with 4 super delicious fruit and iced tea fusions. Paige just made me a delicious one when I was in her closet the other day doing a style sesh. Ultima's tea freshers help you stay replenished every day while enjoying those fruity iced tea flavors you love without any of the sneaky bad ingredients. There's strawberry acai green tea, lemon black tea, peach green tea, and mango dragon fruit green tea. The lemon black tea flavor is really, really light and fresh, and it's just perfect for that little boost to get you through the afternoon slump without the sugar crash. Try Ultima's new tea freshers today. Get 20% off your first order and free shipping at ultimareplenisher.com with code WITHWIT20. Again, that's code WITHWIT20 for 20% off your first order and free shipping at ultimareplenisher.com. Guys, summer break is on. Sunny is in basketball and science camp before we head out to visit family on the East Coast, and I just can't help but dream about a pure tropical vacation. The one place that keeps coming to my mind because I keep on talking about it is Aruba. It has been calling to me in the best way, and I really, really want to go with Timmy and Sunny and just make it an unforgettable family trip. And of course, Aruba is known for its picture-perfect beaches. Shout out to Eagle Beach, which was just named TripAdvisor's best beach of 2025. Kind of crazy when you think about how many gorgeous beaches there are out there. But Aruba is more than just a pretty backdrop. What really makes Aruba special is its soul. It's the people. There is really such a deep love and respect for the island, and the locals genuinely invite visitors to share in that connection. It's warm, welcoming, and full of heart. And that's why they say when you love Aruba, it loves you back. I want to teleport there right now. Just like have some unplugged family time. So if you've been aimlessly scrolling for travel inspiration or dreaming about a good reset, maybe this is your sign. Meet me there. Plan your next trip at aruba.com. That's aruba.com.
Yeah, nobody does shit. Okay. Nobody like.
You have to remind everybody for everything. And then the reminding people just becomes a whole other job, right? Like, why?
Right. Like the doctors, we left the doctor's office. They're like, the MRI place will call you to schedule your MRI. They didn't call. They didn't call because the doctor's office didn't fax over what they needed to fax over. So I'm calling back and forth. Nobody's doing their job. Nobody cares about you. It's the same with everything. And it's really weighing on my mind with this like fertility journey. You know what I mean? Like, we're paying people to do stuff for us. Like, are they doing it? Or are they just waiting for us to be like, hey, like, did you do that thing you said you were going to do? And then like, oh, I'll do it now. And it's like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I think it's the reason for road rage. I think it's the reason for cancer. I think it's the reason for everything is that like, we're all just out there pissing other people off nonstop.
Well, I just think not taking accountability for ourselves and like what we need to do, just like waiting for other people to do it. And I'm guilty of that too, but like, I don't want to be known as that person.
I don't think you're known as that person.
I don't know. I guess with this current situation with my family and my siblings and like taking care of my mom, there are some things that I just get so paralyzed that then like I wait for them to make a decision on or to do.
Yeah,
So
but
in
you're
that
doing
respect,
so much with that stuff.
yeah. My therapist also says that I have a tendency to sometimes like focus on what I'm not doing as opposed to focusing on what I am doing.
I could have told you that.
Yeah.
We could have saved some money there.
Could have kept the cash flow internal.
Just right here. Just this can be your therapy. Like, let's wean off of that. I weaned off my therapist. Shout out Dr. Einbund.
Yeah, but I'm doing so well.
Yes. Yeah,
So-
you are. There's 2 doves that live in our backyard, and they're building a nest in like a little crack in our house, and I'm watching them. It's lovely. Like, they're getting it done.
They are. Well, you know what? No one's pulling the puppet strings. Like, we have to take charge.
I know, but I just want a surrogate approved now
I know.
and like a transfer tomorrow.
I know.
It's been a year.
I remember Danny Stahl
Yes.
told me, who used a surrogate, successfully had a baby with one last summer. She told me from the beginning to the end of her journey, it was like 4 years.
Well, it's been 6.
Well, I don't mean her whole fertility
starting,
journey. I
uh-huh.
mean her starting the surrogacy journey. So I'm just saying, like, we decided to do this how many years ago now? I
want
I
it
think
to be
2.
over. I want it to be over. That's on my mind, really. I just want it to work out and it
But
to
you-
be over, or it to not work out, and just to stop
trying.
thinking about it.
Do you? I'm completely with you, but you still want to keep moving forward.
I do, but I'm telling you, is like it gets longer and longer. My desire to move forward like gets less and less because like I'm
Same.
getting older and older, and like
Same.
I am so old.
You're not, but you just start to.
I'm gonna be 44 on September 18th, so mark it in your calendars
Mhm.
and send me a goddamn gift. I want
A baby.
I want a baby
With
And
my own DNA.
with my DNA and Whitney's DNA. Okay, carry it in your uteri and deliver it to my house. We live at.
Thank you.
Okay.
I know that's really what's on my mind too. I mean, I have a million things on my mind, but I would say that's like the most nagging thing that's on my mind because it's the thing that I feel like I don't know what to do about.
We just can't get this. Like,
We're just at this point right now where we've been forwarded all these profiles.
I don't need it 10
And then,
profiles.
I
Just make
know.
one work. Let's just after this. Let's just say move forward with the last
But
one.
Keitha has to approve.
Approve it.
Keitha has to approve medical records, and then these women also need to get updated pap smears and things that they haven't gotten. So,
I know, but like she keeps saying the person who's helping us that like she's like, yeah, like the doctor just needs to see the medical records, and so like I'm gonna in 2 emails she's been like, so I'm on that to like get the medical records. Like, don't say that. If say that in one email, fine, okay. Then the next one should be like, I got the medical records. Not like I'm on it getting the medical records, because it just, I get it, because she's probably calling a doctor's office and having the same trouble I had when I was at the doctor's office. Like, it's enough. Doctors are super smart, right? They're like super smart at what they do. Let's just say that's a given. But then they hire people who don't give a shit, and they're responsible for like a lot of the process.
yeah,
Every
most of the process.
president at a doctor's office is not nice.
That's what we're getting down to here.
Yeah, what's up? Like, maybe doctors work on that part of your business.
It's like, pay your staff more.
something. I'm gonna get to the bottom.
But have
of
like
it.
Friday pizza parties. Get
Have
the
a
morale
Friday
up.
pizza party, man.
You know?
Turn on previously on the Screviously
Decorate
during
your
lunch.
lobby for the holidays. Like, do
Right.
some go on a team building
Retreat.
Like, healthcare is important. Pour some energy and love into your
Right.
team.
It's so institutionalized.
It's like we build all these companies, these media companies that like take their teams on on retreats, and like, I'm going to a happy hour at my podcast company. It's like,
Take the receptionist.
take it to the hospital.
Take the receptionist at the doctor's office to the Six Flags. Okay, this is bullshit. Whew.
We need to change the culture of healthcare
in
workplace.
the United States. We're going to Capitol Hill.
Yeah, we're going.
We're going to Capitol Hill. We'll see you there.
We know our way around.
Yeah, okay. It's pretty complicated, but we figured it the out.
Yeah, we know. And we definitely know how to get to the cafeteria.
Right. The cafeteria sucked. Yeah.
I like the cafeteria.
What did you eat?
I had to make my own salad bar
Uh-huh.
and a cup of soup.
I had soup too.
Yeah, it was good.
No, it was not.
I mean, I'm a trash food lover.
Yeah. Made delicious ribs last night. She didn't like it.
It was okay. The rib meat tasted weird to me. I loved the onions and the rice.
It's great. It's great. It's great. It's great.
All right. Well, how is Sunny? Sunny's super cute right now. Yesterday he was being amazing, wasn't he? He washed the dishes for full on like 30 to 45 minutes.
If you're watching on YouTube, here's a video.
Was so thorough. Asked Timmy what he wanted to drink and filled up like his whole Gatorade thing of ice water while he was laying down.
I think like you and I, despite having totally normal, moments of being overwhelmed or not wanting to do shit or pull our hair out and give up on everything, like genuinely and generally work hard for one another, do things for each other, split the chores evenly, not maybe 50-50, but like who can handle what when, and like are conscious of that. And I think he picked up on that and like wants to be like that too. So I think we're doing a great job.
It's
Let's
so
high five.
nice. I really think we are. I'm so proud of him. I love him so much. And I know I keep saying that I want to stop time, but like we're about to go away in a couple weeks to Vermont, and
Don't rob our house.
So looking forward to it and spending this time with him and being in a different place. I'm so excited.
It'll be nice. It'll
So
be
nice.
We'll just play tennis and we'll swim and we'll cook and we'll go to the river and we'll go to flatbread pizza and
assuming you don't need surgery.
Right. I'm not going to get surgery, but if I need it, I'll put it off.
No.
Until after Vermont. I'm not going to need surgery. You can't surgerize this.
Like, yeah, I do feel like you wouldn't be able to walk if it was like that bad. No, it's date night on the podcast today. And I have my sis here who's coming to say hi and do a little check-in with me while we make some margaritas.
Hi, Whit.
Hi.
I said when you showed up today that these outfits are so us. We are dressed for two different occasions, which is always what's happening.
It's weird though, because like I don't even consider myself like a fancy person. Like I think I'm always pretty casual, but then when I'm next to you, I always feel dressed up.
You are like a coastal chic,
I'm like
middle-aged woman today.
She called me middle-aged. I don't know if I really want to making a margarita anymore.
What are we having today?
So Timmy and I have been loving these margaritas. I've been making these margaritas at home because I have all those lemons from my tree, and then like blood oranges are very in season right now. So I've been making these house margaritas that are just like straight blood orange and the tequila, a little club soda, and then a tahini rim if you want.
Yum.
And so I thought that I would make you one because I know that you love tequila. Let's make it. And we can do like a little check-in. And I was thinking about date night because I was thinking like in the spirit of date night, I was thinking about like your first date with Ben.
Oh my God.
And what was it? Like
my first
like,
date with Ben. My first date with Ben. Yeah, we were living together when it was my first date with Ben. Ben and I met at this place called Bar Chloe in Santa Monica. And I think that like we stayed there until the bar closed. Like it was like a date that lasted 4 hours or something.
How did you originally meet? Why am I forgetting?
At a Halloween party.
Right. So I just did ice and the tequila, and then I do a little bit of the blood orange mix. And the tequila is really delicious because it's like very crisp and it tastes really like bright and light and also like a little oaky at the same time.
Oh, you love an oaky.
You know I love an oaky. So this is really delicious. This is just pressed like blood orange juice.
Yum.
So then I take a little bit of the lime and I like go around like a little soda for you. Did you see my post this morning about opening up a bar to watch reality TV?
I did.
I've never gotten so much feedback on a post before. It's crazy. People are like, oh my God, yes. I need a good summer drink.
I know. I was just saying that I'm like ready to drink this summer.
Cheers. You are?
Yeah.
Cheers.
I mean, so good.
Delish.
So good.
It's really refreshing. So for me, tequila has always been like my alcohol of choice.
I feel like we've always shared that.
Yeah. What are you guys doing tonight? Are you cooking? Are you hanging?
I honestly have no idea. It's like the summer now, and so I feel like our routine is a little bit more up in the air and not as rigid as it normally is.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
it just feels more free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like can be a little bit loosey-goosey, and like the kids go to sleep later and like they'll watch a little bit of TV at nighttime and things like that.
Yeah. You got
so
I
don't
happy
know.
when you were talking about that. It makes you feel really free.
I'm living on the edge.
Living on the edge. Kids are going to bed at 8. Wait, can we talk about the sleepover that the boys had really quickly? It was so cute.
It was cute.
Was Sunny on his best behavior?
He was on his best behavior. He also is like so you, but it's also so me. Like Ben was dying. They had a full dinner. Then I came out from putting Hazel down and they were like serving themselves ice cream sundaes. Like went in the freezer, took the ice cream out, took out the maraschino cherries. Like they knew all the things. And then they like went up to watch the basketball game. And then they came down and at like, I don't know. No, then they had some snacks also. And then at like 8 or 8:30, Sunny was like, may I have a fruit plate? And Ben looked at me and he was like, this is your fault. Like, this is you. This is Whitney. Like, this is your fault. Like, the 7-year-old is asking for a fruit plate at 8:30 at a sleepover with his cousin. But the sleepover was cute.
Housemark summer is here. Time to stock up. Go to astraltequila.com. That's ASTRALTEQUILA to find a straw near you. Please drink responsibly. All right. Well, what about a little pop culture palate cleanser? Pop culture palate cleanser.
Let's cleanse it.
Let's cleanse it. We need some cleansing. There's a lot of shit going on.
My pop culture palate cleanser isn't that cleansing.
It's not.
It's well, we're watching that show Adolescence on Netflix, and it's good. Like I like it.
Me too.
And it's super impressive that it's all each episode is one take, one shot, which is so cool and impressive to watch. Just all like how much they have to organize. Like the camera knows where it has to go. Every extra has to move at the right time.
Yeah.
Like it all has to be lit. And then the actors have to just do everything in one take. I mean, it's unbelievable, especially last night's episode, which I think was 2 or 3, where the spoiler alert, whatever, but the kid is talking to the therapist while he waits for his trial. And like, he's a 13-year-old kid. He memorized all these lines and he's amazing actor. And they're dealing with like very complex things like social media and teenage sexuality and all these difficult topics in like such a beautiful way. I think it's a great piece of television.
I do too. I didn't know,
but it's stressful to watch.
Same. I had like briefly heard of it. I can't even remember who mentioned it to me, but someone mentioned it to me. And
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah, it was Sarah Jessica Parker.
Sofia Vergara.
It was actually Britney Spears.
Oh, Britney Spears.
Britney Spears. And I had no idea what it was about. I had no idea the premise of it. And then within 5 minutes, I was like, wait, has there not been a cut? And then then the whole thing, I'm thinking, how many times must they have had to rehearse this?
A lot.
Like, there was only one time that the actors messed up their words, and it was the kid in that therapist session. But like you couldn't even tell because he was so emotional. But yeah, it's very, very impressive.
It's good stuff. What other pop culture are we enjoying right now?
I mean, I'm watching Love Island USA, and I'm currently wondering whether I should be investing my time into Love Island USA or if I should be doing Love Island UK, which started like 5 days later. And I'm sort of confused why Love Island would put on their biggest show back to back in the summer. Like, why wouldn't they spread them out? Like, why are they competing against each other? Because you can't commit to 2. Like, that show is on every single day. So I have to choose one. And now I feel like, am I going to choose the wrong one? And then like the one that I watch is going to turn out boring, and the other one's going to be like really juicy. So like, what should I do?
Well, maybe other people like I've been watching the UK one and it'll be like, it's great or it's not that great this season or whatever.
Yeah, I need to do some recon.
Do some reconnaissance.
But I like it. I like it as on the background. It feels like summer, I'll tell you that.
Right.
Feels like summer. No, that didn't sound like it.
What song is that?
It's the Love Island jingle, but I can't.
Love Island USA.
USA.
I'm glad you dressed up for this podcast. Is your titty gonna come flying out?
No, babe. It's very secure.
Okay.
Very,
tune
very,
into YouTube if you want to see
secure.
Whitney's titty. Is it okay to say titty?
I think so. If not, we'll bleep it.
All right, we'll bleep it.
What else is happening in the news that we care about?
Well, in the pop culture news, I don't want to go to the real news.
Yeah, no, the pop culture news.
Pop culture news. Well, we've been talking a lot about Justin Bieber.
Yeah, we have.
I mean, you have, and then I told you to stop talking about Justin Bieber. I said, who cares? But I care because he's interesting. Because he was so big and popular, and he's such a recluse, and everyone's wondering what happened with him and Diddy. And then it's like, well, why is he being mean to his wife? She seems nice. What's the deal there? But you never know what happens behind closed doors.
No.
But we'll tell you what we think. This was my assessment for Whitney the other day. Obviously, full disclosure, take this with a grain of salt. We have no facts. This can't be liable. We're saying we don't know this, whatever. I don't know the rules of the law. Justin Bieber became famous at a very young age, okay, which I think automatically makes someone nuts and it's impossible to escape. Then I think something happened in the Diddy world. Well, I don't know what, but something. I mean,
perhaps he saw something scary at a young age.
Yeah, saw something or something happened to him. You know what I mean? Perhaps, potentially. And I think he like pushed it down, did his career, and then like when he started falling off or whatever, he was like, well, it. I have all this money. I'm just gonna like find a mansion, find a girl, and like nest in that house for the rest of my life. I think he did that for a while until he realized like you can't hide from the world.
Right.
And like that's boring. It'll make you crazy if you just become a recluse.
And now he like doesn't know who he is, kind of a thing.
Yeah, right. And I think he's taking it out on poor Hailey. Hailey Biebs. I think, you know, she deserves better. We could set her up with Sean.
A few people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know some great guys.
I don't have one guy to set
I'm
her
like,
up
actually.
with. There's nobody. If you're single at this point, it's for a reason, losers. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I'll date you.
Who? Hailey?
Yeah. We can be in a throuple.
Would you do that? Would you consider that?
A throuple with Hailey Bieber? Oh, I mean, I'm considering it right now.
There, she sat back and was having a thought. Don't answer. Just leave it there. You know, she's thinking about it.
Okay.
I mean, you guys look alike.
Yeah.
You look like her and the mom from Gossip Girls.
I get that a lot. Yeah, I agree with that scenario. I don't know about the Diddy stuff. I just think like the fame and everything in general obviously got to him, and now he's just like not really quite sure. He like there's a lot of pressure probably to make good music, and perhaps he doesn't want to do that. And now he's coming out with this fashion line, which seems like a little bit out there.
He's always wearing his sweatshirt, like, you know, like one arm is out.
I think he's innovative. Okay. I think he's different, but I don't want to dress like him. Like I enjoy watching. I enjoy being a spectator of his street style, but I'm not gonna.
Well, no, you're not gonna.
I'm not gonna like probably buy his collection.
But like if like you wanted to avoid the paparazzi, you know, he's always fighting with the paparazzi.
Yeah, like leave LA.
Or like don't like wear a yellow sweatshirt around your head with like no shirt on and like go to the Starbucks in the middle of Beverly Hills, like in a purple Hummer.
He's just like, I'm not going to let them stop me.
Fine. Yeah,
but,
I
which
respect
I get,
that. Yeah.
You know?
But also like the way to avoid the paparazzi, because I know when they hound me is, you know, you either just ignore or, you know, you be friendly, but you know, he's drumming it up too.
Totally.
No, I'm not saying it's his fault.
No, I think you like give them what they want and then hopefully they leave you alone, but it seems like with him they never leave him alone.
It's hard. They never leave me alone.
Yeah, you can understand how.
Let me live my life. Well, I hope he's listening.
We're here for you.
I don't know if I'm here from you. I have enough on my plate. I can't take on Justin Bieber's.
Okay, well, maybe
problem.
Hailey. Maybe we can take on your problems.
I'd be there for Hailey. What else is pop culturing around?
I think we've done enough cleansing of
I feel cleansed.
Of pop culture. I feel very cleansed.
Let's do 3 cleansing breaths.
All right, so we all know and love Venmo. We probably use it every single day. It's the go-to for paying friends back, but what you might not know is that Venmo isn't just for splitting lunch or sending birthday money. Enter the Venmo debit card. So this card lets you use your Venmo balance to pay for pretty much anything. If you can shop for it, you can Venmo it. Food, drinks, rides, groceries, subscriptions, new Bermuda shorts, and cute summer slides, whatever you want. For the people who are always picking up the tab at dinner, this is one of my favorite hacks. Settle up before you pay the bill so your balance is ready to cover the total. And then just swipe your Venmo debit card and boom, all taken care of. But here's the main selling point for me. The card actually Venmos you back. You can earn up to 15% cash back at some of your favorite spots just for using your balance. And I have to mention the actual cards are so cute. They come in a bunch of fun colors, so you can pick one that fits your aesthetic. So yeah, Venmo is no longer just a way to pay people back. It's a way to treat yourself too and shop for anything. Venmo everything with a Venmo debit card. Visit venmo.me/debit to learn more and sign up today. Venmo purchase restrictions apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A. pursuant to license by MasterCard International Incorporated. Card may be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted. We need to talk about boob solutions, okay? Sticky cakes have absolutely saved me. They're the nipple covers I've been wanting for my entire life. I actually first discovered them when I was putting together outfits with my new stylist, and she suggested them, and I kept running into that classic annoying issue. There's super cute tops, but no way I could wear a bra. So that's where sticky cakes came in and erased all my bra and boob dilemmas, especially because I don't even really like wearing a bra. Sticky cakes gives you seamless, flattering coverage even under the thinnest tops, and they actually stay put, but without the ouch factor. There's this little adhesive-free nip nook in the center that protects your most sensitive area, so you get secure coverage without ripping your nipples off, and they are dermatologist tested and approved for sensitive skin. They come in different shapes and sizes, from cakes itty bitty to cakes plus, even triangles for teardrop shaped boobs. Today, Cakes Body is on a mission to provide boob solutions for all women that make them feel flattered and free while supporting women's health issues. The company was also recently in the news for announcing Cakes childcare credit, fully funded childcare for all of their employees. So unbelievable. I've been wearing Cakes Body nonstop this summer. They're truly a game changer. To try them for yourself, go to cakesbody.com. You can even use code WIT for 20% off your first order this summer.
Okay.
I was thinking about dressing up for this, or at least like putting something together.
Yeah, decided against it.
I just decided against it. I just was like, let me just be me. And
it
doesn't really fit into my schedule to shower right now. It fits into my schedule to shower right after this and have wet hair before blow dry, before then another recording, before a meeting. So I'm just like, I'm doing what works with my schedule. Okay.
You get what you get here. Okay.
And you don't get upset.
What you get, and you don't get upset. All right. We're just freestyling this whole life. We're making podcasts, we're making subscription service content. It's called Whitney Forever. There's a lot of great stuff there. We're doing new reaction videos to a show that we won't mention, but it's basically very awesome. Back to cast-driven docu-series, and then there's bonus wit, and then there's the podcast, then there's Instagram, then there's deals, there's investing, there's all sorts of shit going on, and it's all very new. And it's hard to explain to other people what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I posted that video of Sunny doing the dishes, and then John, our dad friend, wrote back. He was like, "Teaching him to be a stay-at-home dad," and I was like, "You are literally the worst voice inside my head."
Yeah.
He was like, yep, I'm like the devil on your shoulder.
Did you say you said that to him? And then he said,
yeah.
Do you want him to calm it down a little bit?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
I can handle it.
You know what he's doing. Like,
yeah.
He's trying to dig at you.
Yeah.
But because he understands who you are and what you do.
Yeah.
I think he does.
Yeah.
That's why you let him.
That's why I let you. Because I'll kick the shit out of you, John.
If you're listening, John.
You should listen. I'm going to tell him.
He should. He can't like just come in and try to pitch ideas of how to run our business and not be listening to anything.
No, this is Sunny's best friend.
Yes, it's funny. All right. Well, what was the best thing you ate last week?
The best thing I ate.
What was the best thing I ate last
Anything
week?
from Piccolo Paradiso?
We couldn't get into South Beverly Girls, so we went to Piccolo Paradiso. No, nothing there. Although the mushroom risotto was good, but I think they made it with cream, and then my tummy hurt after.
That was an immediate bathroom.
Actually, it was a nighttime, middle of the night bathroom. It's always the best when a incredibly painful stomachache wakes you up in the middle of the night, and then you're like, great, now I got to go poop for 3 hours.
Oh, I've never had that happen to me before.
Well, people should take pity on me.
I do.
What was the best thing I ate? Can we run down some of the
Oh,
things?
I know. It was the same thing that it usually
Well, the
has
Larchmont
been.
sandwich.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Larchmont cheese and wine. Is that what place is
Larchmont
called?
cheese and wine chop. It's the salami sandwich with manchego,
Can we
arugula.
take a time out? This is something I wanted to ask you the other day. Do you say sandwich weird?
Sandwich?
Well, that's not how you said it before. Everyone heard.
Sandwich.
No, you're hitting the ch part.
Sandwich.
But normally you say sandwich.
I don't.
Anyway, replay because you said it your normal way.
Sandwich.
Sandwich.
The salami sandwich.
Go on.
Like a golf club?
Yeah, kind of. Exactly.
Exactly.
Okay. Salami. I'm never going to say sandwich again.
You can say it.
I say it sandwich, I think.
Widge.
Like
yeah.
SAMWIDGE.
Sandwich.
Sandwich.
Right. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm not going crazy here. That was good. I had that. The ribs I made last night were good.
They were good. Oh, the cantaloupe at Leora. So good.
Oh,
I know
okay.
it's so simple.
That was it for me. Was the sourdough and hummus at Leora. Here's the thing though. You get a loaf of bread. Only good for one day.
Mhm.
Like you can heat it up and use it for other things, but bread is only really good for one day.
I know. And that loaf is really, really, really
I'm
big.
not gonna eat a whole loaf of bread, but the bread with the hummus when it was fresh was a top
Outstanding.
a top thing.
I love
thing.
Leora. If you are in LA, you should visit Leora. It's in Beverly Hills. It's like on the cusp of Beverly Hills and West Hollywood. And you wouldn't ever be walking around this area. It's right behind UTA, is it? The agency? But anyways, it's such delicious, fresh Mediterranean food and coffee and smoothies and wine. And we're doing a high confectionery dinner there in September, actually.
Oh, that's cool. I think this
Yeah.
episode is actually brought to us by Leora.
And high confectionery.
You should eat those
You
a
should.
lot. Okay. Just out here starting businesses, helping businesses,
Entrepreneuring.
rolling stuff. It's a lot and it's not a lot at the same time. Oh God. Welcome
I
to
have to get
With
it out.
Wit's Phlegm.
I know, I have to get it out.
Get it out.
So, Sunny has some water. All right. Well,
Bomb podcast.
Bomb podcast. I wanted to.
Tune into YouTube to watch when you try and open this bottle.
I thought it would be fun to go through maybe some of the things that we've Chat GPT'd this week.
Okay. That was a segment I also thought would be a good idea a long time ago.
Yeah, and that's why I'm bringing it up.
Great.
I'm happy to give you credit for it.
No,
I'm
I don't
not trying
need
to steal
it.
credit.
I don't need it.
Let me get my phone so I can do this with you.
All right, I'll go through my last, I don't know. I went up to the top and I'll stop here.
Chats with Chat GPT.
First one for me, engine coolant. Where does the engine coolant go in a Range Rover Defender, the car that Whitney drives that's needed engine coolant for the last month? My instincts were right. It's that plastic container up in the front. Didn't get engine coolant, but poured some water in there. Next one for me, and ChatGPT was extremely helpful. What time is the basketball game on? They said, can you clarify NBA or NCAA? There is no NCAA right now, so I shouldn't need to clarify, okay? But they told me it was the next day. I watched it. Great. It's been a really good NBA Finals for anyone who gives a shit. Next one, and I'm almost done, and then it can be Whitney's turn. JJ Spawn, the winner of the U.S. Open last weekend, We were trying to guess at his ethnicity, his background. We had no idea. Whitney said maybe he's Mexican. I said maybe he's Filipino. And then we both agreed that he had some kind of like European vibes. And we were exactly right. His mom is Mexican and Filipino, and his dad is Western European.
So crazy.
Yes, we nailed
it.
We nailed your ethnicity. And then the last thing, caramelized onion recipe. Here's the thing. I've made caramelized onions before, and they're always like, it takes 30 to 40 minutes. Bullshit. It takes two plus hours at least. You just cook the onions in butter low and slow until they turn the color, but it never takes 30 or 40 minutes. It took 2 to 3 hours. And that's it.
All right. Let's see. Some of mine are work ones, which may not be so interesting.
Boring.
Okay. One, I asked if 7-Eleven was a franchise. Timmy and I were discussing, what if we were to buy a 7-Eleven and like make it our own, like curate our own 7-Eleven?
No, I don't think you're allowed to do that.
Oh, it has to be like up to spec.
I think you have to sell it like that, the shit they sell.
I'm sure there's packages 7-Eleven sells you, and like you can create. I'm sure there's like different choices.
Do you think, like, let's say you started your own 7-Eleven tomorrow and you bought chose a package that you're discussing. Do you think you would be allowed to have like your own little corner of like stuff that you wanted to sell?
No, I don't think I would be able to. No, but I do think that like I could become a really profitable 7-Eleven for them and then create a way to create my own
Whitney's corner for all the other 7-Elevens.
Yeah.
There's an idea.
Yeah.
There's an idea.
Okay. So that was one. Another one, which you can decide if this is too much to share. But
like,
Sunday when you wanted to have sex.
Orgasms that last for months at a time. It's not normal.
On Sunday, Timmy wanted to have, or Saturday, Timmy wanted to have sex when Sonny was gone. But he was like really hurt, like limping and like had been icing. And he was like, like he wasn't in a good place yet. And so for me, I just felt like he was too sensitive. Like I didn't want him, I didn't want me on top of him or him on top of me and like me thinking about that. And so
we could have used the swing.
So I had to Chat GPT, like, I feel guilty for saying this. Like, am I okay?
You are okay.
And then,
we said it to each other. We're comfortable with enough with each other to be like, you know what? I'm going to be in my head or whatever. So now's the best time. I did not take it personally.
I know.
I was, like, got to do something with that energy,
Yeah.
But I haven't done anything with it yet.
No.
But it was okay. And I'm happy you told me, because the alternative would be like, you didn't tell me and then didn't feel comfortable. And like, that's whack. That's when like we start to lose intimacy.
Completely. I agree. But I just needed the extra confirmation from Chat GPT.
No, it was good. It's good. Yeah. You got to know what Chat GPT thinks.
Because then I remember saying at the end to you, I was like, I feel like I over justified it. And I was like, I don't know, it would just be weird. And then I felt bad for saying that it would be weird. And I don't know if you even remember that I said it would be weird. And so then
I remembered.
I asked ChatGPT. Then I went more, and I was like, "Well, just FYI, like I also said it would feel weird. Like,
can you read what you wrote and what ChatGPT wrote back?
Yeah, I said I feel guilty refusing sex with my husband because he is hurt. LOL. They said, totally get it. That guilt is so common, and yet it's not your job to sacrifice your comfort or boundaries just to avoid hurting someone, even someone you love. Intimacy in a relationship should be mutual, not a favor or an obligation. That said, it's completely normal for your partner to feel rejected or vulnerable sometimes, and it's okay to acknowledge that without taking responsibility for it. You can love him and still say no. You can be kind and still prioritize your own needs. If you want, I can help with a few ways to lovingly communicate your no while still helping him feel seen and secure. And then I said it kindly and he understood completely, but then I added on and said it would feel weird. She said, yes, the classic, I nailed it, and then I kept talking move. Been there.
When have you been there, ChatGPT? When have you ever spoke to anyone?
You're only me.
You haven't.
Anyways, yeah. She said saying it would feel weird isn't wrong, but it can land a little confusing or vague depending on his mood. It might make him wonder what feels weird. Him, the situation, your dynamic, and then suddenly he's spiraling while you were just being honest.
No, ChatGPT. No, I got it, and I felt good. I felt fine, and I was happy you were honest with me. Really, it was a win-win situation, except for the blue balls.
Yeah.
Right.
Fair. And then the next one, which is not as interesting, is like making Sunny into a cartoon version, I think. And then the next one is redesigning the back of our house.
Here's what it looks like if you're watching on YouTube.
And then hip fracture comfort tips for Timmy. Those are my big ones. I mean, I have so many now at this point. I'm really loving Chat and I need to name her.
That's
I feel
good
like
stuff.
It's where someone would really go to know like what's going on in my life.
I think this is a good segment.
I do too. All right. Well, that was really fun, babe.
That was fun. That went by really quick. I hope you guys enjoyed it on your hike, doing the dishes, walking the dog in the car, before bed, when you need a break from your spouse or, your elderly parent or your brother-in-law who's a scumbag. Any of that stuff. All right. If you need it during any of those times, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you check it out on YouTube. I hope you check out Whitney Forever.
Yeah.
I hope you check out.
It's fine. It's fine. We love you guys.
We do love you guys.
We do. And
is this shirt flattering?
I want to do this every week. It is flattering. That color combination is really good. I love that bright orange with the navy and the gray.
They can only see it on YouTube.
All right. Well, peace in the streets, guys. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a great week.